Gary Webb, San Jose Mercury News.
You believe in conspiracy theories, Gary?
No, I don't believe in conspiracy theories. Conspiracies, yes. If I believe it, there's nothing theory about it.
Was the government aware that you were smuggling tons of cocaine into the United States?
Yes, the government knew.
This leads to very sensitive national security matters.
National security and crack cocaine, the same sentence. Does that not sound strange to you?
I'm going to tell you the whole truth. I'm going to introduce you to people you should talk to. And then you will be faced with the most important decision of your life.
Oh, yeah? What's that?
Deciding whether to share it or not.
One of the DEA's most wanted brought in thousands of kilos of cocaine to the U.S. every day. For them.
For who?
The U.S. government. Or with them. Or at least while they were looking the other way.
Jesus.
LA, New York, Atlanta. I couldn't sell it fast enough to keep up with supply.
Fancy information you have there. Dangerous. What you found here, Gary, is a monster. You have no idea what you're getting into.
You really telling me that I should just walk away from this?
You'd be an idiot not to.
This story scares people.
I'm your big brother.
Well, it should.
Be careful.
There are ongoing operations you're in danger of exposing.
We know you were in Nicaragua.
Am I being followed?
I heard they found a solution. Where will you be for the revolution?
I thought my job was to tell the public the truth, the facts, pretty or not. And let the publishing of those facts make a difference in how people look at things, at themselves, and what they stand for.
We'd never threaten your children, Mr. Webb.
What'd you say?
It's over.
I'm not finished with it! Not finished!
This is a true story. Some stories are just too true to tell.
Where you be for the revolution?
I'm surprised at how popular this trailer has proven to be, because movies like this, conspiracy theory films, no matter how true, tend not to really click with audiences. And maybe Kill the Messenger won't actually click at the box office, but so far the trailer seems to have some momentum. Now, what films am I referencing that didn't work out? Well, I put a list together here. Of course, there's The Fifth Estate. That never really got any traction, despite how famous WikiLeaks was, and perhaps still is to some degree. And this, by the way, is something the filmmakers at Sony for the Edward Snowden film should be concerned about, this very poor box office track record for this type of film. So The Fifth Estate, though, but you could argue not a great film. But then there was also Rendition. You might recall that film, film with Reese Witherspoon and Jake Gyllenhaal. Fair Game, where Naomi Watts played Valerie Plame, the outed CIA officer, caught in a political game, political struggle. And then also Even Lions for Lambs, that Robert Redford, Meryl Streep, Tom Cruise movie. You know, especially when the war in the Middle East was breaking out post 9/11, Hollywood had a lot to say on the matter, especially when they began to feel that maybe it was appropriate to question what was going on and some of the motives behind the scenes. But of course, it ended up, you know, the audience wasn't maybe, didn't feel it was appropriate or they weren't ready, but these films just never clicked. And Kill the Messenger, to me, seems to fall into the same category. Now, this, of course, is also based on, well, not of course, but it's also in the same vein based on a real story. Gary Webb was a real person. I don't want to give away what happened to him because you might be seeing this film. But again, I don't understand, or I think I do. I've been trying to figure it out. But at first I was caught by surprise why is this film garnering so much attention, whereas these other films did not? And my reasoning is Jeremy Renner. Jeremy Renner has a surprisingly strong fan base off of The Hurt Locker and, of course, Hawkeye, and I'll get to that in a moment. But he's an actor that, you know, was able to succeed later on in life, and there was a lot of potential. Fans have wanted to see him succeed, and I think he really hasn't quite found that success. Of course, I think he's obviously well known, and he has great roles, like he was in, you know, Mission Impossible: Ghost Protocol. He took over for the Bourne franchise. I thought he was very good there, by the way. And then, of course, he's Hawkeye in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But still, none of these roles have totally clicked. And, you know, Jeremy Renner has made some comments about that, saying that Hawkeye really wasn't given a chance to click with audiences. And rumor is his role is substantially increased in the Avengers 2 Age of Ultron because of that. And also, you see an intense interest in Jeremy Renner because fans are like, where is this guy? We like him. We've told Hollywood we like him. We want to see him. So maybe because he's front and center here. And in those other movies I discussed he's supporting, he finally looks like he has another role he can sink his teeth into and can show off that talent, that acting talent, because, he went the blockbuster route largely, but another role to show off the talent that was so clearly visible in The Hurt Locker. And I think, Mark Ruffalo is enjoying the same kind of boost from the Avengers. People, Mark Ruffalo before, people weren't very interested in seeing him in movies. He was, to some degree, box office poison. But then, of course, he was such a phenomenal Bruce Banner and the Hulk, via motion capture, that suddenly fans are very interested in what Mark Ruffalo is doing. I think that Now You See Me benefited immensely from Mark Ruffalo's involvement in being his post-Avengers flick. And so Jeremy Renner, I think you see the same situation here. And I think both of those actors got such a huge boost in terms of their career and audience interest off of the Avengers, and I think it's clear that even Marvel Studios recognizes that, because both of them are supposed to have very enlarged roles in the Avengers 2 Age of Ultron. So I'm curious, what do you think is drawing people to this trailer? Is it this very compelling true story, which is uncomfortable and unfortunate, and something that nobody wants to hear, but maybe we need to? Or is it Jeremy Renner? Is that what people are interested in? Why do you want to watch this trailer? And does it look like a good movie to you? Once you've seen the trailer, maybe you've got your Jeremy Renner fix and there's no need for you to see it in the theater. But he certainly could use something to reestablish his acting street cred, because he's certainly been focusing very much on blockbusters these days. So write your thoughts down below. Thank you for tuning into my review, and you can check out some more episodes right now.